Well, hey there, welcome back to another FlixFrog Top 10 list. This is going to be my top 10 favorite movies of 2024. Very excited to get this list out to you, and very excited that you guys are joining me again as I do these yearly top 10 lists. It is a blessing to have you here on my channel and as my followers, and I'm not going to hold you guys up too long. Let's jump right into it. Now, this list is not in any particular order. It's not like my least favorite to my most favorite. It's just 10 movies that I really enjoyed watching last year. Number 10, A Quiet Place Day One. I have been in love with this franchise since the first film. John Krasinski did a great job directing the first two, and allowing the studio to make spin-offs I think is a wonderful idea. This one follows completely new characters in a completely different city. Of course, it's in New York, and Lupita Nyong'o just turns in a terrific performance, and the stuff that she's going through as a character with her cancer and the pain she's dealing with while trying to stay quiet as these, I think they're called like night angels, whatever those alien creatures are just basically killing anything that makes a sound. It was just a great movie. It was great to see. Joseph Quinn is also great in his performance. He doesn't have a lot of lines, basically follows Lupita Nyong'o's character around like a lost puppy, but I like their friendship that they built throughout, and I like the way both of their arcs ended. Such a great film. I can't wait to see the next A Quiet Place movie, whether it's Quiet Place Part 3 or a totally different one. Number 9, Nosferatu. Man, Robert Eggers can direct, and his cinematographer is hands down one of the best in the game, and just he's becoming one of those directors in that whatever he directs, I'm gonna go see it. I just want to see what he pulls out of the hat, and I think he did a wonderful job with this movie. Lily Rose Depp, I think this is the best acting. I haven't really followed her career. I know she's Johnny Depp's daughter, but this is the first role where I've really seen her show her acting prowess, and she's really good. Originally, that part I think was going to go to Anya Taylor-Joy, but there were some scheduling conflicts, but good on her for landing this role. I really enjoyed the movie. I loved everything I learned about the fact that Nosferatu is a Dracula ripoff. I didn't know that before I saw this movie. I thought it was a completely separate vampire story, but yeah, it's just Dracula in Germany, and I enjoyed mostly everything about this movie, and I can't wait to see Werewolf when it comes out. Number 8, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I love these movies. I love Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I love that they brought Shadow in. I'm kind of upset that they skipped over Sonic Adventure 1 to make this movie. Like, this could have easily have been the 4th Sonic movie, but it was really good. Keanu Reeves as Shadow, it just worked. Got to hear Live and Learn in the theater. It was a fun experience. They're already making Sonic the Hedgehog 4. The animation is great. And it's still funny to remember that these movies, when that first trailer came out, everybody hated the design of Sonic. And they took that feedback, went back and totally redesigned the character, and now it is a trilogy about to be a quadrilogy. Enjoy the story, enjoy the changes they made to Shadow's backstory that is different from the game. So yeah, I mean, please, just make these until you can't make them anymore. Number 7, Challengers. The fact that this movie is not Oscar nominated pisses me off. This is a wonderful performance. Zendaya gave a hell of a performance. The story was great. Mike Feist, Josh O'Connor, Luca Guadagnino. Everything about this film was great, and everybody should have been nominated. It's wonderful. I really enjoyed it. Like, I saw this over my Civil War screening, and I'm glad that ended up being the choice I made. I really enjoyed this. I own it. I bought like the digital copy as soon as I was able to, and I have tons of screeners of it, but still, great movie, great cast, great story, the sexiest tennis movie ever made. What more is there to say? Number 6, Furiosa, MadMax Saga. This is a great movie. Another one, I don't understand why the Academy is overlooking it. George Miller is a wonderful director, wonderful storyteller. Anya Taylor-Joy as a young Furiosa, she did a fantastic job. Chris Hemsworth as Dementus, like he should be nominated. I can't believe, I think part of it is that it came out in May, and I know Dune kind of squeaked by, but releasing films earlier in the year makes it harder for them to get Oscar nominations. This probably should have been a November movie, but with the year so stacked, since everything got pushed back, it would have been harder for it to make money. It barely made any money as is, coming out in peak summer, but I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy the story. I wish somehow, some way, we could actually get Mad Max The Wasteland still made, and that will complete all the movies I think that he wanted to make with those characters. But yeah, fun time at the theater, fun action, fun everything. Great movie. Number 5, AlienRomulus. What can I say? I'm a sucker for the Alien franchise. I pretty much like every movie except for Alien vs. Predator Requiem. I think they did a great job telling a nice side story within the Alien universe and tying it to the first Alien movie and making it make sense. There's not really any plot holes in this. I really like David Johnson as the synth Andy in the movie. Great character. I like it when he kind of turns like a little, not evil per se, but more pragmatic, more like a robot. I really did enjoy his performance, and he's another person who I would have nominated for this year's Academy Awards. But yeah, it was a great story of fun. It gets very, Prometheus towards the end, which is great because the science all makes sense. I do have some lingering questions about how they were able to extract like the DNA and create the facehuggers, but overall, still, with that aside, it was a wonderful story to watch. Number 4, Wicked. I've already said how much I really enjoyed Wicked. It's the Best Picture nominee. Too long, great songs, great story, great acting. Can't wait to see Wicked for good. I think that John M. Chu massively adapted this from the stage to the screen, and I think you could easily spin this off into many more Wizard of Oz spin-offs. Like, I want to see more about Elfather's youth, more about the world of Oz, that school, Shiz University, like where there are so many questions that you can answer and make up completely new lore for new movies. Cynthia Erivo has a wonderful voice. Ariana Grande, I think, should win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. The best thing she's ever done and probably ever will do is this role. So I think, like, when I saw this, I thought I was going to fall asleep. I'm not a big fan of musicals. There's very few musicals I like La La Land is one of them, and this is now on my list. Like, it's an enjoyable movie. Number 3, Piece by Piece, the Pharrell biopic done in Lego. I think this was a genius idea. I really enjoyed learning more about Pharrell's backstory, learning about the rappers and artists and creators that he was actually involved with in his youth. They all came out of Virginia Beach area. It was really fun, interesting. I think this is probably my second favorite Lego movie, maybe third. The Lego Batman movie is pretty good as well. The first Lego movie is just still the best, but I think this was a very interesting way to move this franchise forward before we get our new main Lego movie. And yeah, it was just a fun watch. The music was great. Like, this is something I can't wait for my kids to see, even though they don't really understand the music and won't understand, the adult innuendo in it. I think they will enjoy it because it's a Lego movie, and they will ask questions to learn more about who Pharrell is. Number 2, Bad Boys Ride or Die. This franchise is still going strong even after Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the story that they were telling. In the previous movie, it was Will trying to get back into it after a tragic incident. And in this movie, it was Martin Lawrence's character, Marcus, trying to get into it. And Marcus and Mike are, great characters. What they did with Reggie in this movie was great. My screening, I remember, it was just full of people cheering and being excited at that scene and just loving the story. And this was the first step on Will Smith's comeback tour. Of course, he has a few more movies to make before he's totally in everybody's good graces, which he basically is at this point. Everybody's kind of not really forgiven him, but kind of let it be in the past. So yeah, like I said, really, I can't wait for them to make Bad Boys 5. Whatever they decide to name it, it's basically becoming more like a Fast and Furious type franchise at this point, and I think they can pump out 1 or 2 more. Martin Lawrence, he's fine. He was like, in real life, you can tell he's going through stuff, but he's able to pull it off in the movie, and it works out fine. And I just hope they continue making a few more with both of these guys together. And then you can probably spin it off to some younger people if you wanted to. Like Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan seems to be in a lot of Will Smith's new movie ideas, so we'll see what happens there. Number 1, TransformersOne. I put this at number 1 for many reasons. 1, because 1 is in the name, and 2, because I really did enjoy this movie. This is another movie where you see that first trailer, you're like, this is a horrible kid adaptation of Transformers. I'm not going to like it at all. Then you start hearing like the people say, wow, this movie's good. Wow, that movie's actually good. All these reviews coming out, I'm like, well, let me check it out for myself and see. Yes, this movie is really good. It is one of the best Transformers movies ever made. The friendship between Optimus Prime and Megatron is great. Their eventual fallout into enemies, I think, was pretty well done. I can understand some people have some issues with how quickly it happened, but it made sense to me. I think Brian Tyree Henry and Chris Hemsworth did a great job voicing the characters. Badass Atron. Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee was fantastic. Scarlett Johansson as RC was great. Even John Hamm as Sentinel Prime, I think. It was just a well done story. They set up a sequel very well. I think they should definitely name the next one Transformers 2. It did not make a lot of money. A lot of people didn't get to go see it in the theaters, but I do think this is the Transformers franchise they should move forward with for the foreseeable future before they go back and make more live action movies. Well, that is my list. I'm glad you guys came to listen to me ramble about the movies that I liked last year, and I hope you'll be back next year. Now, for the movies of this list that I did watch, you can find the full reviews for them on the website, flipfrogllc.com/flixfrog. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And please, pretty please, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.